up, gentlemen? So today I want to talk about an issue that affects a lot of dudes that is definitely embarrassing. The other day I got an email from one of our friends who was very upset because he's got man boobs. He actually sent me a shirtless picture, which I do not recommend you do. And he definitely had man boobs. But he was self-conscious about it, and he wanted to know if I had any advice on how to get rid of it, and I do. And so today I thought I'd take some time and go over 4 steps that you can take in order to eliminate your man boobs. This video has a little bit of everything. We're going to talk about diet, we're going to talk about nutrition, we're going to go to the gym, work out a little bit, and I'm also going to talk about style, because there are 4 aspects to eliminating man boobs that we need to address and we need to deal with. Starting with number 1, identifying the type of man boobs you've got. There are basically 2 different forms of man boobs. Number 1 is a medical condition known as gynecomastia, or gyno. The other one is just you got fat boobies. Let's talk about gyno. This is something that affects like 70% of young dudes that are starting to go through puberty. Now, the beautiful thing is that like 90% of these dudes that start to experience some type of puffiness behind the nipple and a little bit of breast action going on usually resolves itself within 2 years of starting puberty. But there are a lot of dudes that it doesn't go away, and you actually develop hard like nodules behind the breast or the nipples that do resemble breasts. Another group of dudes that develop gyno as well, and that is guys that take testosterone or steroids. And what happens is your testosterone is like through the roof. Once again, you've got an imbalance of hormones, and it's this hormonal imbalance that is causing the extra breast tissue to form. And once you have it, once it turns hard, if it doesn't go away, you should probably go see a doctor and have it removed. They go in, remove the hard breast tissue. They'll also do some liposculpture, typically around the chest, because our chest is one of the areas where we gain fat, and they'll do a little reconstructive surgery. You got to regulate those hormone levels in your body. Now, one supplement I would recommend everybody take to help with the balance of everything is a great multivitamin. My personal pick and favorite is one by a company called New Chapter, the Men's Multi. It's a 1-a-day vitamin, whole food concentrate. It is super high quality. You can take it on an empty stomach. Every single one of you should be taking a multivitamin to get the basic nutrients into your system, because our food, our diets do not have the appropriate nutrients that it should. Guys, there's a link down below to our custombodybuilding.com landing page. I will have them put the whole food multivitamin on the page if you guys want to grab it at an incredible discount. It's super affordable too, but it's something that you take every single day. It drives me crazy when I hear about all these dudes taking all these supplements, but they're not taking a multivitamin to give themselves and their body the essential nutrients that it needs in order to operate at max capacity. Gentlemen, if your hormones are in check, you're taking your multivitamin. The other option in terms of man boobs is that you got fat titties. Can I say titties on YouTube? I don't know. Who knows? Your chest is holding a little extra meat, aka fat. So be honest, is it gyno or do you got fat titties? And if you got fat titties, move on to step number 2. Step number 2, 3, and 4 can all be done together to maximize the effectiveness of the reduction of the man boobs. Step number 2 is reduce your body fat. Gentlemen, here's the truth, is that man boobs are a result of 2 things primarily, if it's not hormones. It is too much body fat in this area and a lack of muscle, which is number 3, and we'll talk about in a second. Here's the deal, body fat reduction. How are you gonna do it? Well, it's simple. Actually, it's not simple, or everybody would do it. Number 1, you've got to adopt a better diet. It's all about balance. It's all about knowing what to eat when. And if you guys are looking for an incredible diet, guys, there's a link down below, like I said, to the bodybuilding.com landing page. There's my program that I developed with bodybuilding.com called Tailored 6 Weeks to Getting Lean. In that program, which is only like $8 a month, you get a complete diet. This is the diet that I've used for years in order to stay lean and looking good at the old age of 42, but it works. I don't count calories or anything like that. It's simple and it's easy to follow. The other thing that I would recommend everybody do starting today is do cardio, at least 30 minutes in your target zone. I would also do it on an empty stomach with the exception of taking CLA and L-carnitine, more specifically Quadracarn. CLA and Quadracarn are, in my opinion, the best 2 supplements you can take if you're looking for a little helping hand to reduce fat. They're totally natural. CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, goes in and breaks down or emulsifies your body fat, including the body fat up in the chest area. And then L-carnitine goes in, grabs that fat, and shuttles it to the muscle muscle to be used as energy. Take 2 of these and 3 of these 3 times a day, and you will see a dramatic difference. If you eat right and if you do cardio and work out, you will see an incredible difference in the amount of body fat and man boob action that you got. Guys, if you want to try the CLA or the Quadracarn, they are both on our bodybuilding.com landing page. And the beautiful thing about going to that page is that you're going to get an incredible discount, better than you're going to find it anywhere else on the web. There you're also going to find, like I said, the link to Tailored, my 6 weeks to living lean, along with all of the other videos that I've done for bodybuilding.com. Link below, grab them now. It's time to work out. So the third phase to eliminating those pesky man boobs is build massive pecs. Build those bad boys up. How are you gonna do that? Exactly. You're gonna lift weights, pump some iron. So now what I'd like to do is show you 4 of my all-time favorite chest exercises that, in my opinion, are the best bang for your pectoral buck. Bodyweight dips are, in my opinion, one of, if not the best chest exercises you can possibly do. You get an incredible stretch on the down, you get a great squeeze on the way up. One pro tip I will give you, when you're doing these, make sure that your elbows are out as opposed to sliding back. It's here versus here, and it looks like this. Elbows out and up. Chest and head up, down and up. These things are killers. Now, one of the beautiful things about the bodyweight dip is that you can make them harder, you can also make them easier. If you're at a gym, usually most gyms have an assisted dip machine where you're gonna have pads for your knees, so you can make it a little bit easier until you develop your strength and you get more accustomed to doing that. But you can also make them more challenging by adding weight to one of those chains, wrapping it around your waist, and banging out. What I would recommend is 4 sets of 10 to 20. My second all-time favorite chest exercise is dumbbell flies. These are, in my opinion, one of the best exercises you can do, and one that's often overlooked. You don't need to go super heavy, it's all about controlling the weight, but you get an insane stretch. You work the upper, lower, middle, I'm talking all the way around. You just gotta make sure you do them slow. When I do dumbbell flies, I like to lift my legs up and cross them. That way I know that I'm using just my chest and I'm not cheating. Your arms are staying slightly bent. Good. Stretch, pause, and up. Squeeze. Down, pause, and up. These feel incredible. Good stretch. Notice that my elbows are back as opposed to in. All right, you don't want to put too much pressure on those shoulders. You want to make sure that you're focusing on the place where you need it most, which is the chest. When you're finished, set them down. That's it. Now, what I'd recommend, shooting for 4 sets, anywhere from 8 to 12 reps. Next up, we got cable flies. Another one of my all-time go-to moves. The way that I do them, once again, it's about elbow positioning. Chest up, head up, down, right in front of you. Great stretch, and squeeze right there. All right, this is another one of those exercises that just hits the entire chest muscle, and you get an incredible stretch. Do them nice and slow. Notice that my arms are not straight, they're not locked, and they come back at a diagonal right there, and down and squeeze, and down. What I'll shoot for is 10 to 12 reps. When I'm finished, I'll set it down and go directly into the 4th exercise, which I love, which is push-ups. Push-ups are, in my opinion, one of the greatest exercises ever invented, and they really don't get enough love, in my opinion. They are the perfect exercise to superset after pretty much any chest exercise. So after dips, if you want to take it to the next level in terms of workout intensity, drop down and go into 10 to 20 push-ups. After each set of flies, another 10 to 20 push-ups. After cable flies, 10 to 20 push-ups. It's a great way to really dive in, get into those muscle fibers, and eliminate the man boobs. Now, I'll do 4 sets of cables, dropping down and supersetting, 4 sets of push-ups, and that workout in and of itself is an amazing chest exercise that I want you to try next time you work out. Down in the description, I'll have that superset listed, so if you want to check it out, and if you do it and you like it, you've got to hit that bodybuilding.com link and go check out my program Tailored. It's got not only incredible chest workouts for like 6 weeks, it's got every body part, and it's an amazing program. And the diet, like we said, diet is critical for you actually eliminating the chest fat. It's got one of the best diets. I know I'm partial, but the diet in the Tailored program that I developed personally is amazing, and you're gonna love it and get results. Lose body fat and build up your pecs, the 2 most critical aspects to reducing man boobs. But while you're doing that, you can also hide them by using style. A few man boob reducing style tips. Number 1, make sure that you're wearing dark colors. Lighter colors do highlight and show off man boobs a little bit more. Also, the fabric shouldn't be super thin. Double chest pockets will also make man boobs look a little bit smaller. Layering is another great way to help minimize the appearance of man boobs because it just adds extra fabric and it will hide them a bit as you start to go through these other steps and lose them. Gentlemen, here's the deal. Man boobs, they suck. Hopefully this video helped you eliminate them and get a chiseled, hard, crazy, shredded pec region like The Rock.